A new beginning. Derek Johnson stepped out of his sleek black sedan, taking a moment to straighten his crisp white shirt and adjust his navy blazer. At 35, he carried himself with a quiet confidence born from years of hard work and determination. His dark skin glowed in the morning sun, contrasting beautifully with the polished elegance of the exclusive neighborhood that lay before him. Towering oak trees lined the streets, their sprawling branches casting dappled shadows on the well-manicured lawns. Today, this picturesque setting represented more than just a backdrop. It symbolized a dream he had nurtured since childhood. As a successful black businessman, Derek had climbed the corporate ladder through sheer grit and talent. He had begun as an entry-level analyst at a Fortune 500 company, diligently working long hours and consistently exceeding expectations. His perseverance paid off when he became the youngest vice president in the firm's history. This achievement was not just a personal victory. It was a testament to his resolve in a world that often posed barriers for men like him. Yet, Derek understood that success wasn't merely measured by titles or income. It was about making a positive impact on his community and inspiring those around him. Today marked a significant milestone in Derek's life. After years of saving and planning, he was finally ready to buy his dream home, a luxurious mansion in one of the most affluent neighborhoods in the city. He had always envisioned owning a place where he could entertain friends, start a family, and create lasting memories. As he walked toward the property, a mixture of excitement and apprehension coursed through him. This was not just a purchase, it was a statement about his achievements and his identity. The mansion stood before him like a castle, with its grand facade and sprawling garden. He could already picture his family and friends gathered around the fire pit, laughter mingling with the gentle rustle of leaves. This was his chance to create a haven, a sanctuary filled with love and joy. Derek took a deep breath, soaking in the moment. It was the culmination of all his hard work, the symbol of his dreams becoming reality. As he approached the entrance, a real estate agent stepped out, a middle-aged white man with slicked back hair and a tailored suit that screamed exclusivity. The agent's smile felt rehearsed, almost condescending, as he extended his hand. "Welcome, Mr. Johnson. I'm Thomas Richards, ready to see your new home." Derek shook his hand firmly, determined to project the confidence he felt inside. "Yes, I am," he replied, masking the hint of skepticism creeping into his mind. They walked through the opulent double doors, and the interior took Derek's breath away. The foyer boasted soaring ceilings adorned with crystal chandeliers that sparkled like stars against a backdrop of pristine white walls. However, beneath the glitz and glamour, an uneasy feeling lingered in the air. As Thomas guided him through the mansion, Derek couldn't shake the sense that he was being judged. The agent pointed out the features of the home: a chef's kitchen, a grand staircase, and a sprawling backyard. But his tone felt patronizing, as if he was speaking to a child rather than a qualified buyer. "Let me show you the master suite," Thomas said, leading him upstairs. As they entered the lavishly decorated room, Derek's heart raced with anticipation. This was it, the moment he had been waiting for. But as he turned to express his excitement, he caught Thomas eyeing him with an unmistakable look of disbelief. "Isn't it a bit much for a young man like you?" Thomas asked, his words dripping with condescension. "I mean, do you really think you can handle a property of this size? It's quite a responsibility." Derek's heart sank. He had expected skepticism, perhaps even some questions about his financial stability, but this was outright humiliation. The implication that he didn't belong in this space cut deeper than any financial inquiry could. For a brief moment, he was taken aback. Memories flooded his mind. The countless hours he had spent working overtime, the sacrifices he made to prove himself, and the prejudices he had faced throughout his career. But then something shifted within him. He remembered why he was here: to claim what was rightfully his. "I'm quite capable of handling this responsibility," he replied, his voice steady and firm. "I've worked hard for this opportunity, and I deserve to be here just as much as anyone else." Thomas raised an eyebrow, seemingly unimpressed. "Let's focus on the practical side of things, shall we? Financing and maintenance costs can be a lot to handle." The agent continued with the tour, but Derek felt a fire igniting within him. This wasn't just about buying the house. It was about challenging the biases that still lingered in society. As the tour concluded, Derek found himself grappling with a whirlwind of emotions. He had imagined this day differently, full of joy and pride, not condescension and judgment. But instead of letting frustration consume him, he decided to use this experience as fuel. He would not let one person's narrow-mindedness define his worth. He walked out of the mansion, determination etched on his face. Derek was ready to show not just Thomas, but the world, that he was more than a stereotype. He was a force to be reckoned with, and this was only the beginning. Derek knew he had to act quickly if he wanted to turn this setback into something monumental. The mansion represented a dream, but it also symbolized an opportunity for change. He envisioned a community where people could thrive, where children could play and learn without the weight of prejudice on their shoulders. As he drove away, he made a promise to himself. He would not only buy that mansion, but also use it as a platform to inspire others. He would transform his pain into purpose, turning humiliation into motivation. It was time to rewrite his story, and in doing so, perhaps he could help others do the same. The challenge. Derek spent the following weeks reflecting on his experience with Thomas, the real estate agent who had tried to diminish his accomplishments. He understood that the real estate market was just as much about relationships and perceptions as it was about properties and prices. Armed with this knowledge, he resolved to create a strategy that would not only help him buy his dream mansion, but also disrupt the status quo. He began by researching the real estate market, poring over articles, videos, and books. He wanted to understand the intricacies of home buying beyond what Thomas had shown him. He immersed himself in financial literacy, learning about mortgages, property taxes, and investment strategies. Knowledge, he realized, would be his greatest weapon against ignorance. Meanwhile, Derek took to social media, sharing his journey and advocating for other marginalized individuals looking to break into the real estate market. He spoke candidly about his experiences and the hurdles he faced, creating a space for others to share their stories. His authenticity resonated with many, and he quickly gained a following. In his posts, he urged people to challenge societal expectations and to pursue their dreams relentlessly. "Your worth is not determined by your race or your background. It's determined by your actions and your vision for the future," he wrote. This resonated deeply with his audience, many of whom had faced similar challenges in their lives. Through this online community, Derek connected with other entrepreneurs, investors, and mentors who shared his passion for empowering others. One of these connections was Angela, a successful real estate investor who specialized in helping first-time buyers navigate the complexities of the market. Angela's insights proved invaluable, and soon they were discussing strategies that would allow Derek to not only secure his mansion, but also leverage it as an investment property. Together, they devised a plan that would allow Derek to approach the purchase with confidence. "You have to demonstrate your financial stability and your vision for the property," Angela advised. "Don't let anyone define what you can or cannot achieve." Derek felt invigorated by Angela's belief in him. He gathered his financial documents, meticulously preparing to present his case to potential lenders and agents. With Angela's guidance, he mapped out his budget, ensuring he could comfortably afford the mortgage payments while still setting aside funds for maintenance and community initiatives. With a clear plan in mind, Derek decided to approach different real estate agents. He knew he needed someone who would not only respect him, but also understand his vision for the property. After several meetings, he finally connected with Linda, a seasoned agent who had built a reputation for advocating for her clients. Linda greeted him with warmth and enthusiasm, making him feel at ease from the moment they met. As they discussed the properties in the area, Derek felt a sense of camaraderie. Linda listened intently as he shared his dreams for the mansion, not just as a home, but as a space for gatherings, mentorship programs, and community events. "This is more than just a real estate transaction for you, isn't it?" Linda observed. "You want to create a legacy." "Exactly," Derek replied, his passion evident in his voice. "I want to build a place where people can come together, regardless of their background, to share ideas and support one another." Linda smiled, her eyes sparkling with understanding. "I can help you with that. Let's find you the perfect property." With Linda by his side, Derek felt emboldened. They explored various mansions in the neighborhood, each one more exquisite than the last. Derek envisioned himself hosting dinners, charity events, and community workshops. The thought of creating a space that could foster growth and connection fueled his determination. After several weeks of searching, they finally found a stunning property that checked all the boxes. The mansion had an expansive backyard, perfect for outdoor gatherings, and spacious rooms that could accommodate events. It felt right. A place where he could build his dream while inspiring others to chase theirs. With Linda's assistance, Derek put in an offer. He meticulously prepared all the required documentation, showcasing not only his financial readiness, but also his vision for the property. He included a letter detailing his story, the challenges he had faced, and his commitment to using the mansion as a community space. As the days passed, anticipation grew. Derek stayed in close contact with Linda, eager for updates on the status of his offer. He could already envision the grand opening of the mansion, where he would invite his followers and friends to celebrate this new beginning. But the real test came when he received a call from Linda with news that made his heart race. "Derek, I need you to prepare for a bidding war. There are multiple offers on the property." The realization hit him hard. He had come so far, only to face yet another obstacle. As he listened to Linda explain the situation, Derek felt the familiar frustration bubbling up inside him. He had worked too hard to let this dream slip away. Determined not to be outbid, Derek gathered his resolve. He reached out to his network of supporters and shared the news. "I need your help," he wrote in a message to his followers. "This isn't just about buying a mansion. It's about showing the world what we can achieve together. Let's make this happen." The response was overwhelming. His community rallied around him, sharing his posts, offering advice, and encouraging him to stay strong. With their support, Derek crafted a new strategy to strengthen his offer. He increased his bid and included contingencies that would make his offer more appealing to the sellers. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, Linda called with the news he had been waiting for. "Congratulations, Derek. Your offer was accepted." Derek couldn't contain his excitement. He had done it. He had overcome the challenges and secured his dream home. But as he celebrated this achievement, he knew that the journey was just beginning. The mansion would serve as a beacon of hope, a symbol of resilience, and a testament to the power of community. As he stood outside the mansion, taking in its beauty, Derek made a silent vow. This place would not just be his home. It would become a hub for inspiration, empowerment, and change. The world needed to see that success could be redefined, and he was determined to lead the way, transforming a dream into reality. As the sun set behind the mansion, casting a warm glow over the sprawling garden, Derek stood at the threshold of his new life. The initial excitement of buying the mansion was quickly replaced by a profound sense of responsibility. He had envisioned this place as more than just a home. It was a canvas for his dreams, a space where he could create lasting impact within his community. The first order of business was to turn the mansion into a welcoming environment. Derek wanted everyone who stepped through the doors to feel the warmth and potential of the space. With Linda's help, he hired a team of interior designers and decorators who shared his vision. He wanted the mansion to reflect not only elegance but also inclusivity, a space where anyone could feel at home. As the renovation team began their work, Derek focused on organizing events that would introduce his vision to the community. He hosted an open house, inviting neighbors, friends, and local organizations to tour the mansion and share in the excitement of its transformation. The response was heartwarming. People arrived eager to support his mission and learn more about what he had planned. During the open house, Derek took the opportunity to connect with attendees on a personal level. He shared his story, emphasizing the importance of dreams and determination. "This house isn't just mine. It belongs to all of us," he declared. "I want it to be a place where we can come together to uplift one another, share our experiences, and inspire change." Derek's words resonated with the crowd, sparking conversations about collaboration and community initiatives. He encouraged attendees to share their ideas for how the mansion could be used, whether for workshops, mentorship programs, or cultural events. By the end of the evening, the air was thick with possibility, and Derek felt invigorated by the support surrounding him. However, amid the excitement, Derek remained keenly aware of the challenges that lay ahead. He understood that creating a successful community hub required more than just a beautiful space. It needed a solid plan and dedicated partnerships. Derek began reaching out to local nonprofits, schools, and businesses to explore potential collaborations. He wanted to build a network that could bring resources and opportunities to the community. One organization that caught his attention was a local mentorship program aimed at helping underprivileged youth develop skills for future careers. Derek met with the program's director, a passionate woman named Maya, who shared his vision for empowerment and community building. They discussed ways to integrate the mentorship program into the mansion, perhaps hosting weekly sessions or workshops where kids could learn about entrepreneurship, financial literacy, and leadership skills. "Imagine the impact we could have," Derek said, his eyes shining with excitement. "This mansion could be a launching pad for young minds, a place where they can dream big and gain the skills to achieve those dreams." Maya nodded enthusiastically, her passion matching his. "We could also invite guest speakers, successful individuals from various fields who can share their stories and inspire the kids." Derek left the meeting feeling inspired and motivated. He could already picture the mansion filled with laughter and learning, young minds buzzing with creativity and ambition. It was a vision worth pursuing, and he was determined to make it a reality. As the renovations progressed, the mansion began to take shape. The interior was transformed into a blend of modern elegance and cozy warmth. Each room was designed with purpose, from the spacious kitchen that would host cooking classes to the expansive living room that would serve as a gathering space for discussions and events. Derek collaborated closely with the designers, ensuring that every detail reflected his mission. He wanted the mansion to be a representation of hope and resilience, a place where everyone could feel empowered to share their stories and pursue their dreams. As the grand opening approached, Derek intensified his outreach efforts. He utilized social media to promote the event, inviting community members to join him in celebrating the new chapter. The response was overwhelming. People from all walks of life expressed their eagerness to attend. Derek's vision was resonating, and he could sense a collective excitement building. On the day of the grand opening, the mansion buzzed with energy. Guests arrived dressed in their finest attire, smiles lighting up their faces as they explored the beautifully transformed space. Derek took the time to greet everyone, sharing his gratitude for their support and enthusiasm. A highlight of the evening was a keynote speech Derek had prepared, in which he reflected on his journey and the importance of community. As he stood before the crowd, the mansion alive with laughter and conversation, he felt a wave of emotion wash over him. "This house represents more than my dreams," he began, his voice steady but filled with passion. "It embodies the hopes and aspirations of each person here tonight. Together, we have the power to create change and uplift one another. Let this be a sanctuary for dreams, a place where we nurture talent, foster creativity, and build a better future for ourselves and our community." The audience erupted in applause, and Derek could see the hope and excitement mirrored in their eyes. He knew that the journey ahead would not be without challenges, but with this strong foundation of support, he felt more confident than ever. As the night unfolded, Derek moved through the crowd, engaging in conversations that sparked ideas and collaborations. He encouraged attendees to share their visions for how the mansion could serve the community. By the end of the evening, a multitude of possibilities lay before him. Workshops for aspiring entrepreneurs, art exhibitions for local artists, and community gatherings celebrating diversity. Derek couldn't help but smile as he watched people connect, ideas flowing freely. This was what he had envisioned, a place where dreams could flourish, where barriers could be broken down, and where the community could come together to support one another. In the weeks that followed, the mansion became a hub of activity. The mentorship program began hosting workshops, and local artists displayed their work in the spacious living room. Derek's vision was materializing, and he couldn't have been prouder. Yet, despite the joy and success, Derek remained vigilant. He knew that as the mansion gained prominence in the community, it would also draw attention from those who might not share his vision. As he navigated this new landscape, he committed himself to remaining true to his mission: to uplift, inspire, and empower. Derek felt that his journey had come full circle. He had faced adversity, humiliation, and challenges along the way, but he had emerged stronger, with a purpose that extended beyond himself. The mansion stood as a testament to resilience, and Derek was determined to use it as a force for good, fostering dreams and creating a legacy that would inspire generations to come. The road to impact. As the months passed, the mansion evolved into a vibrant community hub, buzzing with activities and gatherings. Derek had turned his dream into a reality, but he was aware that true impact required ongoing effort and dedication. He needed to maintain the momentum and keep the spirit of collaboration alive. One of the most successful initiatives was the mentorship program, which quickly became a cornerstone of the mansion's community outreach. The first cohort of young mentees, a diverse group of eager students from local schools, arrived for their weekly sessions filled with excitement and anticipation. Derek had enlisted the help of skilled professionals from various fields to serve as mentors, creating a dynamic environment where the students could explore their interests and gain practical knowledge. During one particularly memorable session, Derek invited a local entrepreneur, Marcus, to speak. Marcus was a self-made success story who had overcome numerous obstacles in his own life. As he shared his journey, from growing up in a disadvantaged neighborhood to founding a successful tech startup, Derek watched the faces of the students light up with inspiration. "You see, everyone faces challenges," Marcus told the group, his voice resonating with sincerity. "But it's how you respond to those challenges that defines you. Don't let anyone tell you that your dreams are too big or unattainable. You have the power to carve your own path." Derek could see the impact of Marcus's words taking root. After the session, students approached him, buzzing with questions about entrepreneurship and innovation. It was moments like these that reaffirmed Derek's belief in the power of mentorship. He knew that by sharing their stories, successful individuals could ignite a spark in the next generation and encourage them to pursue their dreams without hesitation. In addition to the mentorship program, Derek organized a series of workshops focusing on essential life skills such as financial literacy, public speaking, and personal branding. He wanted to equip the youth with the tools they needed to thrive in an ever-changing world. Each workshop attracted an enthusiastic crowd, and the energy in the mansion was infectious. During one of the financial literacy workshops, Derek noticed a shy young girl named Mia sitting in the back, her eyes wide with curiosity, but her hands clasped tightly in her lap. As the session progressed, he encouraged participants to share their aspirations and thoughts on managing finances. When Maya finally spoke up, her voice was barely a whisper. "I want to start my own bakery someday, but I don't know how to save money for it," she admitted, her cheeks flushing with embarrassment. Derek's heart swelled with pride at her bravery. He approached her gently, kneeling beside her chair so that they were at eye level. "Mia, that's an incredible dream. Let's break it down together. How much do you think you would need to start your bakery?" As they talked, Mia's confidence blossomed. Derek guided her through a simple budgeting exercise, helping her understand how to save for her dreams step by step. By the end of the workshop, Mia not only had a clearer vision of her goal, but also a plan to achieve it. Derek knew that these small victories were vital in nurturing the ambitions of young minds. With the mansion becoming a focal point for community growth, word began to spread. Local organizations and businesses sought partnerships with Derek, eager to collaborate on events and programs. He embraced each opportunity, believing that the more connections he fostered, the more significant the impact would be. One day, while sipping coffee in the mansion's sunlit kitchen, Derek received a call from a well-known nonprofit organization dedicated to providing scholarships for underprivileged students. They had heard about the initiatives taking place at the mansion and wanted to collaborate on a fundraising event. "Derek, we're impressed by what you're doing," the director, Lisa, said enthusiastically. "We believe we can make a significant impact together. Would you be interested in hosting a charity gala to raise funds for scholarships?" Derek's mind raced with excitement. A gala would be a perfect way to not only raise funds, but also to showcase the mansion as a community space. "Absolutely. I'd love to help," he replied, already brainstorming ideas for the event. Over the following weeks, Derek and Lisa worked tirelessly to plan the gala. They reached out to local businesses for sponsorships, enlisted volunteers from the mentorship program to assist with logistics, and spread the word through social media. The community rallied around the event, eager to contribute and participate. The night of the gala arrived, and the mansion sparkled with lights and decorations. It was a beautiful blend of elegance and warmth, and the atmosphere buzzed with anticipation. As guests arrived, Derek welcomed them personally, grateful for their support and eager to share the purpose of the event. "Tonight, we're not just celebrating this beautiful space, we're celebrating the potential of our community," he said in his opening remarks. "Every dollar we raise tonight will go toward scholarships for deserving students who want to pursue their dreams. Together, we can change lives." As the night progressed, Derek watched with pride as guests mingled, sharing stories and connecting over their shared commitment to the community. The fundraising auction was particularly successful, with local businesses donating items ranging from artwork to dining experiences. The energy in the room was electric, and Derek could feel the collective enthusiasm for making a difference. When the final tally was announced, the crowd erupted in applause. The gala had raised an astonishing amount for the scholarship fund, surpassing their initial goal. Derek felt a rush of emotions: pride, gratitude, and hope for the future. This was what it was all about: uniting people for a common cause and empowering the next generation. However, the journey wasn't without its challenges. As the mansion gained visibility, Derek found himself facing scrutiny from some who doubted his intentions. There were whispers of skepticism, questions about whether a young black man could truly make a difference in a predominantly affluent community. At first, the negativity stung. He had worked so hard to create a positive space, and it was disheartening to see the shadows of doubt creeping in. But rather than allowing the criticism to deter him, Derek chose to channel that energy into his mission. He held community forums at the mansion, inviting both supporters and skeptics to share their thoughts openly. "I want to hear from you," he stated firmly during one of the sessions. "Let's discuss what we can do together to strengthen our community." These forums became a turning point. By encouraging honest dialogue, Derek created a platform where people felt heard and respected. He addressed concerns and shared his vision, emphasizing the importance of collaboration and inclusivity. Slowly, he began to see attitudes shift as people recognized his genuine commitment to uplifting others. The mansion continued to thrive as a community hub, and with each new initiative, Derek's resolve grew stronger. He implemented a community spotlight series where local artists, entrepreneurs, and activists could showcase their work and share their stories in the mansion. This not only provided a platform for emerging voices, but also fostered a sense of unity and support. One day, during a community spotlight event featuring local musicians, Derek noticed a young woman named Aisha standing nervously by the door. He recognized her as an aspiring singer who had performed at a previous event. He approached her, offering encouragement. "You've got this, Aisha. Your voice deserves to be heard." With a nod of determination, Aisha took the stage, and as she sang, the room filled with magic. The audience was captivated by her talent, and Derek couldn't help but smile. This was the essence of what he wanted to create, a space where individuals could shine, where dreams could be nurtured, and where every voice mattered. In the months that followed, the mansion became a beacon of hope for many. More students enrolled in the mentorship program, eager to learn and grow. The workshops flourished, and partnerships blossomed, each contributing to the shared mission of empowerment and change. As Derek reflected on his journey, he knew there would always be obstacles, but he had transformed the initial humiliation he experienced into a catalyst for growth, not just for himself, but for an entire community. With each step forward, he was building a legacy that would inspire future generations to pursue their dreams fearlessly. Determined to keep pushing boundaries, Derek began considering ways to expand the mansion's impact even further. He envisioned creating an annual community festival, a celebration of culture, creativity, and resilience. He wanted to bring together artists, entrepreneurs, and families from all walks of life to showcase their talents and foster connections. With the support of his growing network, Derek set the wheels in motion. The festival would feature performances, workshops, food stalls, and activities for children. It would be a day dedicated to celebrating diversity and the power of community. As the planning unfolded, Derek found himself filled with excitement. He envisioned a day filled with laughter, joy, and inspiration, a reflection of everything the mansion represented. This festival would not only serve as a celebration, but also as a reminder of what could be achieved when individuals came together with a shared vision. But as he dove deeper into the planning, Derek also felt the weight of responsibility. He was determined to ensure the festival was accessible and inclusive for everyone. He reached out to local organizations to secure sponsorships and support, ensuring that no one would be left behind. As the date of the festival approached, Derek worked tirelessly, coordinating logistics, securing permits, and rallying volunteers. He wanted everything to be perfect, knowing that this event could be a turning point for the community. Finally, the day of the festival arrived, and the mansion buzzed with anticipation. Colorful banners adorned the property, and laughter filled the air as families began to arrive. Derek stood at the entrance, welcoming everyone with open arms, his heart swelling with pride as he watched the community come together. The festival exceeded all expectations. Attendees enjoyed live performances from local musicians, participated in hands-on workshops, and savored delicious dishes from local food vendors. Children painted, danced, and laughed, their faces beaming with joy. As the sun began to set, casting a golden glow over the festivities, Derek took to the stage. The crowd quieted, eager to hear his words. "Thank you for being here today," he began, his voice steady and filled with emotion. "This festival is a testament to what we can achieve together. Let us continue to support one another, to uplift each other, and to create a brighter future for our community." As cheers erupted from the crowd, Derek knew that the mansion had become more than just a house. It was a home for dreams, a place where everyone was welcomed, and a hub of hope and empowerment. He felt a profound sense of purpose and belonging. Little did Derek know, the impact of that festival would ripple through the community for years to come, fostering connections, inspiring dreams, and igniting a collective spirit of resilience that would carry on long after the final curtain fell. The legacy of change. As the festival faded into memories, the mansion stood as a symbol of resilience and hope. With each passing day, the impact of Derek's vision resonated throughout the community. The stories of those who had come through the mansion's doors were woven together like threads in a vibrant tapestry, each representing dreams fulfilled, aspirations nurtured, and lives transformed. In the months following the festival, the mentorship program expanded. More young people sought guidance and inspiration, and Derek made it a priority to introduce innovative programs that addressed the specific needs of the community. He collaborated with local schools to host workshops on college preparation, resume building, and interview techniques, empowering students to take control of their futures. The mansion became a hub for educational initiatives, attracting local educators, volunteers, and experts who were eager to contribute. One of the most impactful programs was the Future Leaders Initiative, a year-long leadership development course for high school students. The program included guest speakers from various fields, skill-building workshops, and hands-on projects designed to cultivate leadership qualities. One day, during a workshop on public speaking, Derek noticed a student named James, who had always been shy and withdrawn. As James nervously approached the microphone, Derek felt a wave of empathy wash over him. He remembered his own struggles with self-doubt and how far he had come. Encouragingly, Derek said, "James, just take a deep breath. Speak from your heart. We're all here to support you." With those words, James found his voice. He began to share his story, his dreams of becoming a filmmaker, his love for storytelling, and the challenges he faced growing up. As he spoke, the room fell silent, captivated by his passion and authenticity. Derek watched as James's confidence blossomed with each word. After the workshop, students crowded around James, congratulating him on his courage. Derek felt a sense of fulfillment wash over him. This was the power of community, lifting one another up, inspiring growth, and fostering connections that could last a lifetime. As word spread about the programs at the mansion, Derek began receiving inquiries from local businesses interested in partnering to provide internships for the students. This was an incredible opportunity. It meant that young people could gain real-world experience while pursuing their passions. One afternoon, a local marketing agency reached out, eager to offer internships for high school students interested in the creative arts. They proposed a summer program that would allow students to work on real campaigns while learning valuable skills. Excited about the potential impact, Derek scheduled a meeting with the agency's director, Angela. When they met at the mansion, Angela expressed her enthusiasm. "Derek, we love what you're doing here. We want to invest in these students and give them a chance to explore careers in marketing, advertising, and design." Derek nodded, his mind racing with possibilities. This is exactly the kind of opportunity our students need. Not only will they gain experience, but they'll also build connections that can lead to future jobs. They discussed the logistics and agreed to kick off the program that summer. With the addition of internships, the mansion became a launching pad for aspiring professionals. Students who had previously felt confined by their circumstances now had pathways to explore their passions. The excitement in the air was palpable, and Derek felt a renewed sense of purpose. Meanwhile, the mansion's Community Spotlight series continued to thrive. Local artists showcased their work, musicians performed, and entrepreneurs pitched their ideas to an engaged audience. Each event provided a platform for voices that had long been unheard, fostering creativity and collaboration. One evening, during a Community Spotlight event, a young artist named Sophia displayed her vibrant paintings. As she shared her story of struggle and resilience, Derek saw the impact of the mansion firsthand. Sophia's talent shone brightly, and the audience was captivated by her journey. By the end of the evening, several attendees approached her, eager to buy her artwork and support her dreams. Derek couldn't help but smile as he watched the connections being made. The mansion was transforming lives in ways he had only dreamed of. It was becoming a hub of creativity, innovation, and empowerment, where individuals could come together to support one another and celebrate their achievements. But amidst all the success, Derek remained grounded. He knew that he couldn't do it alone. He continued to seek feedback from the community, encouraging open dialogues about how the mansion could better serve their needs. He hosted regular meetings to gather input and ideas, reinforcing the importance of collaboration and inclusivity. During one of these meetings, a local teacher named Mr. Thompson expressed concerns about the lack of resources for students in lower-income neighborhoods. "We need more support for students who don't have access to the same opportunities as others," he emphasized. "If we want to create lasting change, we need to reach those who are often left behind." Derek listened attentively, feeling the weight of Mr. Thompson's words. He realized that while the mansion had made significant strides, there was still more work to be done. He made a commitment to explore partnerships with organizations focused on addressing educational disparities, aiming to provide additional resources and support to those who needed it most. Motivated by this new focus, Derek reached out to a nonprofit dedicated to promoting literacy and educational access. He proposed a collaboration that would bring their resources to the mansion, providing tutoring, after-school programs, and book drives for underserved students. The response was overwhelmingly positive. The nonprofit agreed to partner with the mansion, bringing in volunteer tutors and literacy advocates to work directly with the community. Derek felt a renewed sense of hope as he saw the vision of inclusivity taking shape. As the new programs launched, Derek's commitment to fostering an environment of support and growth deepened. He regularly visited the tutoring sessions, engaging with students and offering encouragement. It was heartwarming to see children of all ages gather in the mansion, eager to learn and explore new concepts. One afternoon, while observing a group of young children practicing reading, Derek noticed a little boy named Ethan who struggled to sound out words. He sat hunched over his book, frustration evident on his face. Derek knelt beside him and gently asked, "What's got you stuck, buddy?" Ethan looked up, tears welling in his eyes. "I can't read this. It's too hard." Derek smiled reassuringly. "You know, I struggled with reading when I was your age too. It just takes practice. Want to try it together?" With patience and encouragement, Derek worked with Ethan, helping him sound out each word. As they progressed, Derek watched the boy's confidence grow, a spark igniting in his eyes as he began to grasp the words on the page. This moment reinforced Derek's belief that small acts of support could lead to significant change. As the mansion continued to thrive as a community hub, Derek found himself reflecting on his journey. He remembered the humiliation he had faced when trying to buy the mansion, the doubts that had plagued him, and the challenges that had seemed insurmountable. Now, those experiences fueled his determination to uplift others. Inspired by the impact he was making, Derek began writing a book chronicling his journey. He wanted to share his story with a broader audience, hoping to inspire individuals facing their own challenges to persevere and believe in their dreams. He envisioned the book not just as a memoir, but as a guide for others navigating their own paths. With the support of his community, Derek organized a writing workshop at the mansion. He invited aspiring writers to join him in sharing their stories and honing their craft. The workshop provided a safe space for individuals to explore their creativity, and it quickly gained popularity. As participants shared their narratives, the diversity of experiences illuminated the power of storytelling. Derek felt invigorated by the collective energy in the room, recognizing that each person had a unique story that could inspire change. Over the following months, Derek dedicated himself to writing, pouring his heart and soul into the pages. His story intertwined with those of the individuals he had encountered along the way. Students like Mia and James, artists like Sophia, and mentors who had guided him. Each chapter became a testament to resilience, hope, and the strength of community. The day finally arrived when Derek held the first copy of his book in his hands. As he gazed at the cover, he felt a wave of emotions wash over him. This book represented not just his journey, but the journey of everyone who had come through the mansion's doors. It was a celebration of dreams, perseverance, and the power of connection. To launch the book, Derek organized a special event at the mansion, inviting everyone who had been part of his story. The evening was filled with laughter, stories, and heartfelt conversations. As Derek took the stage to share his message, he felt a sense of belonging wash over him. "This book is for all of you," he began, his voice steady but filled with emotion. It's a reflection of the journeys we've shared, the challenges we've overcome, and the dreams we've pursued together. Let's continue to lift each other up, to support one another, and to create lasting change. As the crowd erupted in applause, Derek knew that his journey was far from over. The mansion had become a living legacy, a beacon of hope, and a testament to the power of community. He felt a renewed commitment to continue expanding the programs, to advocate for those whose voices had been silenced, and to empower the next generation to reach for their dreams. The mansion stood as a reminder that resilience could turn adversity into opportunity. And as Derek looked out at the faces of those who had gathered, he felt a profound sense of gratitude for the incredible journey they had undertaken together. The unfolding legacy. As the seasons changed, the mansion became a cornerstone of the community, and Derek continued to forge ahead with a passion that inspired everyone around him. The book launch had been a resounding success, and its message resonated deeply with individuals of all ages. It wasn't just a book, it was a movement, a call to action that encouraged people to reclaim their narratives and actively shape their destinies. In the months that followed, Derek dedicated himself to expanding the mansion's outreach. Inspired by the feedback from readers, he initiated story circles within the mansion, encouraging community members to gather and share their personal stories. Each circle was a safe space for vulnerability, connection, and understanding. People from different backgrounds came together, weaving their narratives into a rich tapestry of shared experiences. At the first story circle, Derek sat among attendees, eager to listen. A middle-aged woman named Maria shared her journey as an immigrant, detailing her struggles to create a better life for her children. Her eyes shimmered with passion as she spoke of the sacrifices she had made and the dreams she held for her family. When she finished, the room erupted in applause, and Derek felt a sense of pride swell within him. This was what he had envisioned, a community of storytellers, each voice adding depth and richness to their shared identity. One evening, as the story circles continued to flourish, Derek received a call from a local news station. They wanted to feature the mansion and its impact on the community in a segment highlighting positive local initiatives. Excited by the opportunity, Derek organized a special event that would showcase the mansion's various programs, inviting the media to witness the transformative work being done. On the day of the event, the mansion buzzed with energy. Students prepared presentations, local artists displayed their work, and families arrived to celebrate the community's achievements. As cameras rolled, Derek felt a sense of responsibility to share the message that had driven him from the start: the power of unity and resilience. "Welcome, everyone," he announced from the mansion's grand staircase, looking out over the crowd. "Today, we celebrate not just what we've built, but who we've become. Each of you has played a vital role in shaping this community, and together we can create a legacy that inspires future generations." As attendees shared their stories, the news team captured heartfelt moments of connection. Viewers across the city began to take notice, and soon the mansion became a beacon of hope and inspiration. People from neighboring communities reached out, eager to learn how they could replicate the model Derek had created. With the newfound attention, Derek saw an opportunity to expand the mansion's impact even further. He began collaborating with other organizations, sharing resources and knowledge to foster a network of community support. They organized joint events, creating a ripple effect of empowerment that spread beyond the boundaries of their own neighborhood. One collaboration brought together artists and educators to create a summer arts camp for children. They transformed the mansion's spacious backyard into a vibrant canvas where children could explore their creativity through painting, music, and drama. Derek's heart swelled with pride as he watched the kids engage in activities that allowed their imaginations to flourish. During the camp, a young girl named Leela caught Derek's attention. She had a natural talent for painting, her canvases bursting with color and emotion. One afternoon, Derek sat beside her as she worked on a mural for the camp. "Leela, this is incredible. What inspires your art?" he asked, genuinely curious. She paused, looking up with a shy smile. "I just want to show the world how beautiful it can be," she replied. Derek felt a wave of emotion wash over him. This was the essence of what he wanted to cultivate: hope and beauty amid adversity. Encouraged by Lila's passion, Derek decided to organize an exhibition showcasing the young artist's work at the mansion. The event would not only celebrate their creativity, but also raise funds for the arts camp. Excited by the idea, Lila and her friends eagerly began preparing for the exhibition, their enthusiasm contagious. As the event approached, word spread throughout the community. Families, friends, and supporters lined up to attend the exhibition, eager to see the young artist's creations. On the night of the event, the mansion sparkled with lights, and the air buzzed with anticipation. Lila stood proudly beside her mural, her eyes shining with joy. When Derek took the stage that evening, he felt a sense of gratitude and fulfillment. "Tonight, we celebrate not only the talent and creativity of these young artists, but also the resilience that brought us here," he proclaimed. "Each brushstroke represents a story, a dream, and a vision for the future. Together, we can create a world where everyone's voice is heard, and every dream is valued." As applause echoed through the mansion, Derek felt the weight of his journey come full circle. He remembered the humiliation he faced in that initial meeting with the real estate agent, the doubt that lingered in his mind. And now, here he stood, surrounded by a community that had come together to uplift one another, united in their dreams. The exhibition was a resounding success, raising enough funds to expand the arts camp for the following summer. As Derek reflected on the evening, he realized that the legacy he was building was not just about the mansion, but about creating spaces for individuals to connect, share, and empower one another. Encouraged by the positive response, Derek decided to launch a quarterly community magazine called Voices of the Mansion. It would feature stories, art, and achievements from residents, fostering a sense of pride and ownership among community members. He envisioned it as a platform for everyone to share their voices and celebrate their diversity. With a small team of volunteers, Derek set to work gathering stories and artwork for the magazine's first issue. The response was overwhelming. People were eager to contribute. From heartfelt essays about personal journeys to stunning photographs capturing community events, each submission showcased the rich tapestry of life within the mansion's walls. On the day of the magazine's launch, the mansion hosted a special gathering. The excitement was palpable as residents gathered to receive their copies. Derek stood at the front, ready to share the first issue with his community. "Today marks a new chapter in our story," he began, holding up the magazine for everyone to see. "This magazine represents all of us, our struggles, our victories, and our dreams. I encourage each of you to share your story, to continue lifting each other up, and to embrace the beautiful diversity that makes our community strong." As the crowd erupted in applause, Derek felt a sense of accomplishment wash over him. The mansion had become a living testament to the power of unity, creativity, and resilience. But he also knew that the journey was ongoing, with new challenges and opportunities always on the horizon. In the following months, as the magazine gained traction, more people from outside the community expressed interest in supporting Derek's initiatives. Local businesses began to sponsor events, providing resources and funding for educational programs. Derek welcomed these partnerships, recognizing the importance of collaboration in creating lasting change. One particularly transformative partnership emerged with a local tech company. They reached out to Derek, wanting to provide coding and technology workshops for students. With technology being such a vital skill in today's world, Derek eagerly accepted their offer. The mansion would soon become a hub for tech education, opening doors for young minds to explore new possibilities. As the tech workshops began, Derek marveled at the enthusiasm of the students. They were engaged, curious, and eager to learn. He often participated in the sessions, guiding them through projects and witnessing their growth firsthand. It was a joy to see how these workshops not only taught valuable skills, but also sparked a sense of empowerment in the participants. During one session, A student named Malik approached Derek with a big smile. "Mr. Johnson, I just created my first website," he exclaimed, barely able to contain his excitement. Derek congratulated him, and they sat together to explore the website. Malik had designed a platform to share his passion for photography, showcasing his stunning images of the community. "That's amazing, Malik. Your photography has the power to tell stories," Derek encouraged, seeing the pride in the boy's eyes. Malik beamed with confidence, and in that moment, Derek recognized the profound impact of providing opportunities for self-expression. As the months turned into years, the mansion continued to thrive, with each new program and initiative building upon the last. Derek found himself reflecting on how far he had come and the community that had rallied around him. They had transformed not just a physical space, but had also nurtured a culture of support, creativity, and empowerment. One evening, as he walked through the mansion, Derek paused to admire the photos lining the walls. Pictures of community events, laughter shared, and stories told. He felt an overwhelming sense of gratitude for the journey, realizing that the mansion had become a sanctuary for countless individuals seeking solace, inspiration, and belonging. As he reached the grand staircase, Derek's thoughts drifted back to that fateful day when he first stepped onto the property. He had envisioned a place where dreams could flourish, where stories could be shared, and where hope could take root. And now, that vision had become a reality, far beyond what he could have imagined. But Derek also understood that his work was not done. The world was filled with challenges that needed addressing, and he remained committed to advocating for change. With each passing day, he was reminded of the power of resilience, the strength of community, and the importance of lifting one another up. As he prepared for a new community gathering, Derek felt a sense of excitement. He had invited a panel of local leaders to discuss issues affecting the community and explore ways to collaborate for greater impact. It was a step toward creating a collective voice, uniting efforts for meaningful change. On the night of the gathering, the mansion buzzed with energy as residents filled the spacious hall. Derek took the stage, feeling the warmth of the community surrounding him. "Thank you all for being here tonight," he began, his voice steady. "Together, we have built something incredible, but there is still work to be done. Let's continue to engage, to listen, and to support one another in creating a brighter future for everyone." As the panel discussion unfolded, community members shared their thoughts and ideas, brainstorming solutions to tackle challenges they faced. Derek felt invigorated by the dialogue, the synergy of ideas flowing like a current, fueled by a shared passion for progress. At the end of the evening, as attendees mingled and exchanged ideas, Derek found himself reflecting on the journey that had brought them to this point. The mansion was not just a building. It was a living testament to the power of resilience, creativity, and the strength of community. And in that moment, he knew that the legacy of love and support would continue to unfold, growing ever stronger with each story shared, each connection made, and each dream pursued. As Derek looked around at the faces of his community, filled with hope, determination, and a shared vision, he felt an overwhelming sense of gratitude. This was not just the end of a chapter, it was the beginning of a beautiful and transformative journey that would continue to inspire generations to come. The mansion stood tall, a beacon of hope and a sanctuary of dreams, forever etched in the hearts of those who had walked its halls. And Derek, once a man who faced humiliation and doubt, had become a catalyst for change, proving that resilience and unity could turn dreams into reality. Together, they had created a legacy of love and empowerment that would echo through the ages, inspiring others to rise and pursue their own destinies. Derek's journey had transformed him, not only as a businessman, but as a leader and advocate for change. He understood that the greatest legacy one could leave was not measured in wealth or success, but in the impact made on others' lives. As he moved forward, he did so with a heart full of gratitude and a commitment to continue the work of uplifting, empowering, and inspiring those around him. The mansion would always be a place where dreams could take flight, where stories could be told and where the spirit of community thrived. And as Derek looked to the future, he knew that the best was yet to come.